Markham is a city in the Regional Municipality of York, located within the Greater Toronto Area of Southern Ontario, Canada. At the 2011 Canadian census it had a population of 301,709. Markham's population in 2015 was estimated at 342,000 through the Region of York Population Census Data Monitoring. The city is the fourth largest community within the Greater Toronto Area after Toronto, Mississauga and Brampton, and is the largest municipality in the York region. Markham is also the 16th largest city in Canada. Markham changed its status from town to city on July 1, 2012. The city gained its name from the first Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, John Graves Simcoe, who named the area after his friend, William Markham, the Archbishop of York from 1776 to 1807. The first European settlement in Markham occurred when William Birksey, a German artist and developer, led a group of approximately 64 German families to North America. While they initially planned to settle in New York, disputes over finances and land tenure would eventually lead to Birksey to negotiate with Simcoe for 64,000 acres in Markham Township in 1794. Through much of Markham's history, the community has been described as an agricultural community. A turn towards a more urbanized community within the township began after World War II, when the township had begun to feel the effects of urban encroachment from Toronto. The completion of Highway 404 during the mid-1970s further accelerated urban development in Markham. As of 2013, tertiary industry mainly drives Markham. As of 2010, business services employed the largest proportion of workers in Markham, nearly 22% of its labor force. The city also has over 1,100 technology and life sciences companies, with IBM as the city's largest employer. A number of multinational companies also have the Canadian headquarters located in Markham, including Honda Canada, Hyundai, Advanced Micro Devices, American Express, Johnson & Johnson, Avaya, IBM, Motorola, Oracle, Toshiba, Toyota Financial Services and Honeywell. History. Markham was first surveyed as a township in 1793 by William Birksey, who in 1794 led 75 German families, including the Reimers, Rieses, Wetters, Burkholders, Bunkers, Wicks and Lewis, from upstate New York to an area of Markham now known as German Mills. Each family was granted 200 acres of land. However, due lack to roads in the region, many opted to settle in York and Niagara. German Mills later became a ghost town. Between 1803 and 1812, another attempt at settling in the region was made. The largest group of settlers were Pennsylvania Dutch, most of whom were Mennonites. These highly skilled craftsmen and knowledgeable farmers were able to settle the region and founded Raysonho, named after the Mennonite settler Joseph Reeser. In 1825, Raysonho was renamed to Markham, having taken the name of the unincorporated village. By 1830, a large influx of Irish, Scottish and English families began immigrating to Upper Canada, many settling in Markham. Markham's early years blended the rigors of the frontier with the development of agriculture-based industries. The many rivers and streams in the township soon supported water-powered saw and grist mills and later wooden mills. With improved transportation routes, such as the construction of Yonge Street in the 1800s, along with the growing population, urbanization increased. In 1842 the township population was 5,698, 29,005 acres were under cultivation, and the township had 11 grist mills and 24 sawmills. mills. By 1850, the first form of structured municipal government formed in Markham. By 1857, most of the township had been cleared of timber and was under cultivation. Villages like Thornhill, Unionville, and Markham greatly expanded. In 1851, Markham Village was a considerable village containing between 800 and 900 inhabitants, pleasantly situated on the Rouge River. It contains 2 grist mills, a woolen factory, oatmeal mill, barley mill, and distillery, foundry, 2 tanneries, brewery, etc., a temperance hall and 4 churches. Quote, in 1871, with a township population of 8,152, the Toronto and Nipissing Railway built the first rail line to Markham Village and Unionville, which is still used today by the GO Transit commuter services. In 1972, Markham was incorporated as a town, as its population skyrocketed due to urban sprawl from Toronto. In 1976, Markham's population was approximately 56,000. Since that time, the population has more than quintupled with explosive growth in new subdivisions. Much of Markham's farmland has now disappeared, but is still found north of Major Mackenzie Drive. Controversy over the development of the environmentally sensitive Oak Ridges moraine will likely curb development north of Major Mackenzie Drive. As of 2006, Markham comprises 6 major communities, which include Bergsea Village, Cornell, Markham Village, Milliken, Thornhill, and Unionville. Since the 1980s, the city has been recognized as a suburb of Toronto. Many high-tech companies have head offices located in Markham for the relative abundance of land, low tax rates and good transportation routes. Broadcom Canada, ATI Technologies, IBM Canada, Motorola Canada, Honeywell Canada and many other well-known companies have chosen Markham as the home in Canada. Hence, the city has been branding itself as Canada's high-tech capital. An Ontario historical plaque was erected in front of the Markham Museum by the province to commemorate the founding of Markham's role in Ontario's heritage. Town Council voted on May 29, 2012, to officially change Markham's legal designation from town to city, according to Councillor Alex Hsu, who introduced the motion. The change of designation merely reflects the fact that many people already think of Markham as a city. Some residents objected to the change because it will involve unknown costs without any demonstrated benefits. The designation officially took effect on July 1. Geography. Markham covers an area of 212.47 square kilometers and Markham city center is at 43.883 degrees north, 79.250 degrees west, 43.883 minus 79.250. It is bounded by 5 municipalities. In the west is Vaughan, with the boundary along Yonge Street between Steeles Avenue and Highway 7, and Richmond Hill with the boundary along Highway 7. From Yonge Street to Highway 404 and at Highway 404 from Highway 7 to 19th Avenue and Stouffville Road. In the south, it borders Toronto with the boundary along Steeles Avenue. In the north it borders Whitchurch Stouffville with the boundary from Highway 404 to York-Durham line between 19th Avenue and Stouffville Road. In the east it borders Pickering along the York-Durham line. Topography. Markham's average altitude is at 200 meters and in general consists of gently rolling hills. The city is intersected by 2 rivers, the Don River and Rouge River, as well as the tributaries. To the north is the Oak Ridges moraine, which further elevates the elevation towards the north. Climate. Markham borders and shares the same climate as Toronto. On an average day, Markham is generally 1 to 2 degrees Celsius cooler than in downtown Toronto. It has a humid continental climate and features warm, humid summers with significant rainfall occurring from May to October and cold, snowy winters. The highest temperature recorded was 37.8 degrees Celsius on August 8, 2001, and the lowest temperature recorded was minus 35.2 degrees Celsius on January 16, 1994. Neighborhoods. Markham is made up of many original 19th-century communities or each with a distinctive character. Thornhill and Unionville are popularly seen as being separate communities. Thornhill actually straddles the Markham-Vaughan municipal boundary. Unionville is actually a single community with 3 sub-communities, original Unionville lying along Highway 7 and Kennedy Road. South Unionville is a newer residential community south of Highway 7 to Highway 407 and from McCowan to Kennedy Road. Upper Unionville is a new residential development being built on the northeast corner of 16th Avenue and Kennedy Road. Demographics. According to the 2011 Canadian census, the population of Markham is 301,709, a 15.3% increase from 2006, which is approximately 3 times faster than Canada as a whole. Markham's land mass is 212.58 square kilometers with a population density as 1,419.3 people per square kilometer. The median age is 39.6 years old, which is slightly lower than the median age of Canada at 40.6 years old. Most residents in Markham can speak English, and only a small portion can speak French. Many other languages can be spoken in high quantity in Markham, such as Cantonese, Chinese, not specific, Mandarin, Tamil, Hindi, Nepali, Urdu, Gujarati, Persian, Punjabi, Tagalog, Italian and more. 57.2% of the population's mother tongue was neither English nor French. According to the 2011 National Household Survey, 89.3% of Markham's residents are Canadian citizens, and about 14.5% of residents are recent immigrants. The racial makeup of Markham is East Asian, White, South Asian, Southeast Asian, Black, West Asian and Arab, Latin American, Aboriginal, and 1.9% of the population is multiracial, while the rest of the population is of another group. Markham has the highest visible minority population of any major Canadian city at 72.3%, and is one of 8 major cities with no majority racial group. Religiously speaking, 29.9% of Markham's population does not affiliate with any religion. For those who do, the religious makeup is Christian, Hindus, Muslim, Buddhist, Jewish and Sikh. The rest fall into another category. As far as education goes, for those who are 25 to 64 years old, the highest levels of education are as followed. 69.5% of people have a post-secondary schooling degree, 20.5% have a high school degree and 10.0% have nothing. The unemployment rate is 8.1% in Markham, which is similar to the national average at 7.8%. The median household income before taxes is $86,022, and after taxes it's $75,135, which is quite a bit higher than the national average at $54,089. The median value of a household in Markham is $500,741, which is 1.8 times higher than the national average at $280,552. Government. City Council. Markham City Council consists of Frank Scarpitti as mayor, 4 regional councillors and 8 ward councillors, each representing one of the city's 8 wards. Scarpitti replaced Don Cousins, who was a former Progressive Conservative MPP for Markham and a Presbyterian church minister. The mayor and 4 regional councillors are elected by the community to represent the city of Markham at the regional level. Councillors councillors are paid by the municipality for the services, but in many municipalities, members of council usually serve part-time and work at other jobs as well. The current members of council were elected by the residents to a 4-year term of office in accordance with standards set by the province. The selection of members for the offices of mayor and regional councillors are made town-wide, while ward councillors are elected by individual ward. Members of Provincial Parliament. Members of Parliament in Markham Civic Centre. The City Council is located at the Markham Civic Centre at the intersection of York Regional Road 7 and Warden Avenue. The site of the previous offices on Woodbine Avenue has been redeveloped for commercial uses. The historic Town Hall on Main Street is now a restored office building. The Mayor's Youth Task Force was created to discuss issues facing young people in the city and to plan and publicize events. Its primary purpose is to encourage youth participation within the community. Elections. Bylaws. The city is permitted to create and enforce bylaws upon residents on various matters affecting the town. The bylaws are generally enforced by city bylaw enforcement officers, but they may involve York Regional Police if violations are deemed too dangerous for the officers to handle. In addition, the bylaws can be linked to various provincial acts and enforced by the town. Violation of bylaws is subject to fines of up to $20,000 CAD. The bylaws of Markham include animal control, construction permits, driveway extensions, fencing and swimming pools, heritage conservation, home-based businesses, noise, parking, property standards, registration of basement apartments and second suites, sewers, site alteration, waste collection, water use, city services, police. There are no courts in Markham, but the city is served by an Ontario Court of Justice in Newmarket, as well as an Ontario Small Claims Court in Richmond Hill. They are also served by a provincial offence court in Richmond Hill. The Ontario Court of Appeal is located in Toronto, while the Supreme Court of Canada is located in Ottawa. Policing is provided by York Regional Police at a station at the corner of McCowan Road and Carlton Road and Highway 7. Highway 404, Highway 407 and parts of Highway 48 are patrolled by the Ontario Provincial Police. Toronto Police Service is responsible for patrol on Steeles from Yonge Street to the York-Durham line. Fire. Markham Fire and Emergency Services was established in 1970 as Markham Fire Department and replaced various local volunteer fire units. There are 9 fire stations currently serving Markham. Toronto. Buttonville Municipal Airport is also served by Markham's fire service. Hospitals. The main healthcare facility in the city is Markham's Toothville Hospital, located in the far eastern end. Markham is also home to Shadus Hospital, one of the world's premier facilities for people suffering from hernias. For those living near Steeles, they sometimes will be able to receive treatment at the Scarborough Hospital Birchmount campus in Toronto. Scarborough. Education. Post-secondary. Markham currently does not have any universities itself, but Seneca College has campuses at Highways 7 and 404 and at Buttonville Municipal Airport. In May 2015, York University announced plans to open a new campus in the Markham Centre area in collaboration with Seneca College. Primary and secondary schools. Markham has a number of both public and Catholic high schools. All have consistently scored high on standardized tests and have some of the highest rate of graduates attending universities. The York Region District School Board operates secular Anglophone public schools. The York Catholic District School Board operates Anglophone Catholic schools. The Conseil Scolaire Viamond operates secular Francophone schools, and the Conseil Scolaire de District Catholic Centre Sud operates Catholic Francophone schools, secular Anglophone public schools, Bill Crowther Secondary School, Burr Oak Secondary School, Markham District High School, Markville Secondary School, Middlefield Collegiate Institute, Milliken Mills High School, Pierre Elliott Trudeau High School, Thornhill Secondary School, Thornley Secondary School, Unionville High School, Anglophone Catholic School, St. Brother Andre Catholic High School, St. Augustine Catholic High School, St. Robert Catholic High School, Father Michael McGivney Catholic Academy. Economy. In the 19th century, Markham had a vibrant, independent community with mills, distilleries and breweries around the Highway 7 and 48 intersection. The Thomas Spate Wagon Works exported products around the world, and Markham had a reputation as being more active than York early on. Most of these industries disappeared, leaving farming as the main source of business. Lighter industries and businesses began to move into Markham in the 1980s, attracted by land and lower taxes. Today, it claims to be Canada's high-tech capital, with a number of key companies in the area, such as IBM, Motorola, Toshiba, Lucent, Honeywell, Apple, Genesis Microchip, and is home to the head office of graphics card producer ATI. Over 1,100 technology and life science companies have offices in Markham, employing over one-fifth of the total workforce. In 2014, the top 5 employers in the city in order are IBM Canada, the City of Markham, TD Waterhousing, Markham Stouffville Hospital, and AMD Technologies Inc. Yogen Frost has its headquarters in Markham. Markham also maintains economic and cultural cooperation agreements with the city of Laval, Quebec, which is the second largest city in the Greater Montreal area. Performing arts. Markham is home to several locally oriented performing arts groups: Kindred Spirits Orchestra, Markham Little Theatre, Markham Youth Theatre, Unionville Theatre Company, Markham Concert Band. A key arts venue is the Markham Theatre for Performing Arts at the Markham Civic Centre, located at Highway 7 and Warden Avenue. Culture. Until the 1970s, Markham was mostly farmland and marsh, as reflected in events like the Markham Fair. Markham has several theatres: Markham Little Theatre at the Markham Museum, the Markham Youth Theatre, and the Markham Theatre. The Markham Public Library System has 7 branches, with over 600,000 items in its collections. Sports. Community centres, recreational facilities: Angus Glen Community Centre, library, tennis courts, indoor pool, Armadale Community Centre, multi-purpose rooms, outdoor tennis courts, Centennial Community Centre, multi-purpose rooms, indoor ice rink, indoor pool, squash courts, gym, Cornell Community Centre, library, indoor pool, multi-purpose rooms, gym, indoor track, fitness centre, Crosby Community Centre, indoor ice rink, multi-purpose rooms, Markham Panem Centre, indoor pools, gym, fitness centre, Markham Village Community Centre, library, indoor ice rink, Milliken Community Centre, library, indoor pool, multi-purpose rooms, indoor ice rink, Mountjoy Community Centre, outdoor soccer pitches, indoor ice rink, multi-purpose rooms, R.J. Clatworthy Community Centre, indoor ice rink, multi-purpose rooms, Rouge River Community Centre, multi-purpose rooms, outdoor pool, Thornhill Community Centre, indoor ice rink, multi-purpose rooms, indoor track, library, squash court, gym, parks. City issues. Like most cities and towns in the Greater Toronto Area, Markham has a few issues it must deal with. Urban growth. There is a desire by the city to control urban sprawl by requesting higher density for new development. The city plan calls for more growth along Highway 7 and less towards the farmland to the north. A similar development in Cornell promotes the need for services to be closer to residences. transit plan. Linked to the concern of urban growth, Markham through York Region Transit has implemented a transit system called Viva to ease the strain on the region's congested roads. Viva is similar to YRT but is used as an express bus service with the ability to change traffic signals to help reduce delays. The YRT is also planning to build a transit terminal somewhere near Cornell soon. Attractions. Markham has retained its historic past in part of the town. Here are just few places of interest: Frederick Horseman Varley Art Gallery, Heintzman House, home of Colonel George Cruikshank, Sam Francis and Charles Heintzman of Heintzman and Amp Co., the piano manufacturer. Markham Museum, Markham Village, Markham Heritage Estates, a unique, specially designed heritage subdivision owned by the City of Markham. Reza Farm Market, Cathedral of the Transfiguration. Thornhill Village. Heritage streets preserve the old town feeling. Main Street Markham, Main Street Unionville. There are still farms operating in the northern reaches of the town, but there are few theme farms in other parts of Markham. Galton Farms, Whitlamore's Farm, Forsyth Family Farms. Adventure Valley. Markham's heritage railway stations are either an active station or converted to other uses. Markham GO Station, built in 1871 by Toronto and Nipissing Railway and last used by CN Rail in the 1990s and restored in 2000 as active GO Station, and community use. Locust Hill Station, built in 1936 in Locust Hill, Ontario and last used by the CPR in 1969, relocated in 1983 to the grounds of the Markham Museum, replaced earlier station built in the late 19th century for the Ontario and Quebec Railway and burned down in 1935. Unionville Station, built in 1871 by the Toronto and Nipissing Railway, later by Via Rail and by GO Transit from 1982 to 1991. It was sold to the city in 1989 and restored as a community centre within the historic Unionville Main Street area. The building features classic Canadian railway style found in Markham and Unionville stations. Annual events. Events taking place annually include the Night-A-Tup Night Market, Taste of Asia Festival, Tony Roman Memorial Hockey Tournament, Markham Youth Week, Unionville Festival, Markham Village Music Festival, Markham Jazz Festival, Milliken Mills Children's Festival, Markham Ribfest and Amp Music Festival, Doors Open Markham, Thornhill Village Festival, Markham Fair, Oldie Time Christmas Unionville, Markham Santa Claus Parade and Markham Festival of Lights. Shopping. Markham is home to several large malls of 100-plus stores. These include King Square Shopping Mall, Market Village, CF Markville, Pacific Mall, Langham Square, First Markham Place. There are also a lot of high-profile malls in nearby Toronto and elsewhere in York Region. Many shopping centres in Markham are also Asian-oriented. This is a reflection of the large Asian, particularly Chinese-Canadian, population found in Markham. They carry a wide variety of traditional Chinese products, apparel, and foods. On Highway 7, between Woodbine and Warden Avenues, is First Markham Place, containing numerous shops and restaurants. This is several kilometers east of Richmond Hills Chinese malls. Further east along Highway 7 is an older plaza is at the southwest quadrant with the intersection with Kennedy Road. Pacific Mall is the most well-known Chinese mall in Markham, located at Kennedy Road and Steeles Avenue East, which, combined with neighboring Markham Market Village Mall and Splendid China Mall forms the second largest Chinese shopping area in North America, after the Golden Village in Richmond, British Columbia. In close proximity, at Steele's East and Warden Avenue, there is the new Century Plaza Mall, and a half-block away there is a plaza of Chinese shops anchored by T supermarket. There are also some smaller shopping centers in Markham, such as Albion Mall, Alderland Center, J-Town, Markham Town Square, Metro Square, Peachtree Center, New Kennedy Square, the shops on Steeles and 404. Thornhill Square Shopping Center. Local media: Markham Review, local monthly newspaper; TLM, the local magazine, local satire and AMP, lifestyle magazine; Markham Economist and Sun, community paper owned by Metroland Media Group; The Liberal, serving Thornhill and Richmond Hill; the York Region Business Times Business News; York Region Media Group Online News; North of the City magazine for York Region; Rogers Cable 10 community TV station for York Region owned by Rogers Media; Markham News 24, hyperlocal, video-based news website focusing on municipal politics, crime, lifestyle and business features.